James here with the Canadian Securities Exchange, standing with Zayn from Blackchain Solutions. Zayn, can you tell us more about the company and what the future looks like for the company?
Thanks, James, for having me. Blackchain is a risk and compliance company based in Vancouver. Traditionally, our focus was on banks, but over the past 6 months, we've transitioned our focus into the digital asset and cryptocurrency space.
Okay. And can you tell those who are watching a little more about what's happening in the cryptocurrency and the blockchain space? It's been sort of a quiet space for the past few months as the market's starting to figure out what exactly the value generators are in this sector.
So we're very bullish in the cryptocurrency space. We think that the future of financial services and really the future of the world is going to be in digital assets, and tokenizing. Basically, all the traditional assets that we have today will be tokenized.
Now, if you looked at currency and such as Ethereum or Bitcoin as being the first killer app built on a blockchain, what do you think the next killer app could possibly be on the blockchain?
Well, I think that Ethereum and Bitcoin and Ethereum are kind of like the precursors to the next generation of what will be truly the platforms that digitize the assets we use today. There's a lot of platforms out there, tons actually, that are coming out, and I think over the next 6 months we'll see a lot of winners and losers. I think the market's going to start to come back in the fall. I think you'll see a lot, as institutional money flows into the space, you're even already seeing lots of the Fortune 500 companies are quietly spending millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on the space and trying to remain competitive, but there's still not mass adoption, and once that mass adoption starts to happen, you'll see the winners and losers will be picked. I think we're focusing on Ethereum right now, but I think over the next 6-8 months, we might transition to looking at EOS or Cardano. I think there's a lot of room for growth, but it remains to be seen who will be the winners.
So as many predicted, we're still probably at the early stages of how blockchain is going to influence both financial markets and how we deal with each other digitally through assets. You know, how many more innings are there? Are we at the first inning, second inning of this game?
I think we're in the first inning. Like, if you really look at it on the grand scheme, this is something that's going to really change how we all interact.
Right.
And I know people 6 months ago were talking about this is the next internet. Now people are just completely bearish and don't even really care. But I think that you will see that transition happen in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. It will happen. It's just not going to be as quick as people predicted. Can
you tell us more about your experience as a listed company and perhaps some of the advantages you've experienced by being listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange?
Well, we love the CSC. The CSC, we've had a great experience with it. It was a really good way for us to raise capital in our infancy. It's a very good tool for entrepreneurs in Canada to raise capital. We don't have that traditional VC infrastructure that exists in the US, and Canadian entrepreneurs really do need access to tools to raise capital because we have a lot of great businesses here, and the CSC is, I couldn't say anything bad about it.